Good afternoon. I'm Kristen and this is Lazy Sea Homestead, and I don't know guys, I've been trying to shoot a video, just had a little bit of problems I guess, but for the most part it's more of I'm trying to figure out how to shoot videos more than how to tell the story. I have a fairly good story and I feel like you guys would relate to me more if I could tell it a little better. But first of all, those of you who've been around for a while, hi guys, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. And those of you who might have just stumbled across this, it's very nice to meet you, and I am glad that you're here with us today. We have been here since 2017, not on YouTube per se, but on our farm since 2017. And while there's a lot of things going on, things are progressing fairly quickly at this moment. And in things progressing fairly quickly, we have a lot of changes that's going on. And in the next few months, you're going to see a lot of changes here. We're going to have our shop put up. We'll have different things going on, and as well as you'll see some of our familiar faces, our animals, leaving, bringing some new ones in, and really just a lot of things, I guess. One of the new things that you're going to be seeing is actually getting worked on, well, not currently, but this weekend it got started on. Let me show you. It's a pleasant surprise because this was, whenever we bought this frame, it was a 2-car carport size, is what we were told. It is a 24 by 20 actually, and 10-foot sidewalls. So this right here is going to be like, here's my 110 Dodge next to it. Like, it's huge. It'll be plenty big enough for everything that I need currently. Matt put the frame up yesterday, most of it. I helped him with one part and he did the rest. But doing this barn, it means this milk stand will no longer be in my rabbit barn. And I don't know if any of you remember, but we have rabbits. We've got 3 mini lops and 3 meat rabbits. The mini lops, in my mind I was thinking, raise a pretty rabbit to feed them all, and then the meat rabbits are just meat. This beautiful girl should be having her first set of babies in a week. I'm talking about things changing and things growing, like building another barn. We only had plans for the one barn, but whenever we came across this carport frame, it was the perfect opportunity to add to our farm. What did they just do? I don't know. It was the perfect opportunity to add that to our farm for the sheer fact that it was fairly inexpensive. We already had enough metal to totally do the roof and the 2 sides, the north and south side of it. It would give me an opportunity to have a barn for livestock and not mix the barn and the shop together, which was something that was pretty important to Matt. So we made some adjustments to our plans that we already had. Now, a couple of things that you're going to see change is there's going to be two critters that are, well, 2 critters that are going to be rehomed, and 2 critters that are going to be utilized for their meat purposes. Do y'all remember Bacon and Oreo? There are 2 pan-raised wild pigs. They were teeny tiny little things when I got them, and I raised them. So Bacon was more of kind of an experiment. We wanted to see how big they got in a period of time. Well, she's 2 years old now, and I think she's reached her maximum weight. This is with optimum conditions. She had been grain fed and she's never missed a meal. So feeding optimum conditions versus in wild conditions has created what should be a pretty well marbled pig, I guess is a good way to put it. We did toss around the idea of having her bred, but in light of some recent attitude issues she's been having, we have opted to have her, we're going to process her, as well as Oreo, which that's always been Oreo's fate. He was castrated, and we had you can't turn them back loose. It's actually illegal to turn wild hogs back loose once they've been caught because they're a nuisance to the entire United States because they're not native. They're an invasive species. So we didn't have that option anyway. But we are going to utilize them for what their purpose should be, and that is for meat. Now, you'll see two other residents that we've had for quite a while. They're going to be put up for rehoming. Two goats, mama goat and baby goat. They just aren't producing the type of goats that we really need to make money and sustain our farm. I would love for my farm to pay for itself. Don't care if I make a profit. I just want it to pay for itself. So we sold off 5 goats, 4 does and a buck last year that were not up to snuff for what we were wanting. And now we're going to sell the last 2 that they just didn't have big enough babies, really, to be totally honest. They weren't very good size and they didn't grow very good. So that being said, they are bred to Mr. Mike and we'll be offering them up for sale, hopefully together, and because they are bonded, they're mother and daughter, but it's just time to let them go and improve on what we have as our goat herd right now. Now, with all of that being said, there's even changes going to go on in the garden because obviously I have rabbit manure, quite a bit of it. I need to clean it out and start adding it to beds that haven't had it yet, as well as I am buying more dirt to go in it this year. And there's a lot of changes that's going to go on here because hopefully within the next 2 years, where the pig pen is actually going to be a garden. And so this here will become a perennial space where I want to plant berry bushes and pollinator friendly things I think we're really going to benefit from here on our small farm. Growing and evolving as a farm is something that should be considered a huge step in a lot of things. You learn what works best, you learn what doesn't work, and that's why we're making some changes. That's why we're making some changes along the way. I sure hope you guys stick around to enjoy the rest of our journey for as long as we decide to share it. Y'all have a great day. God bless.